Did you know Jesus has good news for the busy? One of his ancient conversations, in this case with a busy hostess, can serve as a powerful corrective and comfort for our modern mindset of busyness. Let me set the scene. Jesus and his disciples have made a surprise visit to the village of Bethany and have been welcomed by a woman named Martha, along with her sister Mary. But as Martha works tirelessly to play hostess to her at least 13 unexpected guests, she is growing frustrated with her seemingly distracted sister. Luke writes, "And Martha had a sister called Mary, who sat at the Lord's feet and listened to his teaching. But Martha was distracted with much serving. And she went up to him and said, 'Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Tell her then to help me.'" Please don't miss how Jesus responds to the very busy and very frustrated Martha in the next two verses. "But the Lord answered her, 'Martha, Martha, you are anxious and troubled about many things, but one thing is necessary. Mary has chosen the good portion, which will not be taken away from her.'" Though Martha was convinced that her hospitality was absolutely necessary, and that her sister's help was absolutely necessary, and that now, given the situation, the Lord's intervention was absolutely necessary, Jesus reveals to her this good news, that only one thing is necessary. What was that one thing? It was the good portion that Mary had chosen, which according to verse 39 meant sitting at the feet of Jesus and listening to his teaching. So often we sincerely believe our busyness is the inescapable result of too many necessary things. There are, of course, things in this life we should do, even things we must do, but none of that changes what is ultimately necessary. Martha's hospitality was a good thing, but in the presence of an ultimate thing, in the presence of Jesus, her priorities were revealed to be misplaced. But again, this is good news. Why? Because Jesus Christ graciously helps us to cut through our cluttered schedules and our cluttered hearts and to see the one thing that is ultimately necessary, to daily sit at his feet and listen to his voice. When we give priority to prayer and the Word of God, we'll find that unlike Martha, we are less anxious and troubled, even when our days still feel full. Here's why. Too often our busyness is driven by wanting to get something or keep something or achieve something or improve something to myself or others. But because of Jesus, because of his death and resurrection for busy sinners like us, all of these motives have been undercut. When it comes to what is ultimately necessary, Christ has done everything we couldn't do but desperately needed. For our sake, he got and kept and achieved and proved everything that truly matters when it comes to God and eternity. Therefore, we are now called to come in faith and to rest in faith, knowing the eternally necessary thing is done. Thank God for such good news from Jesus in light of the good news about Jesus.